Hey, what's going on today, guys? Today, we're going to do a comparison review to see which one is faster, the Trackhawk or the Dodge Demon. It might surprise you. Stick around. All right, we'll be right back. Hey, what's going on today, guys? Welcome to the channel. Okay, today we're going to have a comparison review between the Trackhawk and the Dodge Demon. Okay, now this is going to be really interesting, and you're going to have to stay for the whole thing to kind of figure out how this is going and where I'm going with it. All right, so now we're going to do the Dodge Demon first because I think people are a little more aware with the Trackhawk. At least on my channel they are. I love the Trackhawk. So I talk about it at least once a year or a couple times a year. I think I talked about it probably 2 or 3 times the last 2 months. But anyway, okay, now the Dodge Demon, it'll run you around $86,390 and it's only rear wheel drive. Now, the engine in this thing is a 6.2 liter V8, which is the same thing that's in the Trackhawk. Now, the Trackhawk, it'll run you $87,695. So you're only talking maybe $1,000 difference, maybe not that much. I don't know. But it also has a 6.2 liter V8 in it. Okay, now the Demon, which pushes out 808 horsepower. Yes, and 717 foot-pounds of torque, which is crazy. Now, the Trackhawk only pushes out 707 horsepower with 645 foot-pounds of torque. Yes, it's going to get even more interesting. Okay, now, when you're dealing with the wheelbases, now the wheelbase on the Demon is 116.2 inches. Okay, the wheelbase on the Trackhawk is 114.8 inches, which, yes, the wheelbase is longer on the Demon. Now, the full length, the Demon is 197.5 and the Trackhawk is 189.3. So yeah, the Demon is longer, lengthwise, longer than the Trackhawk. But anyway, now the wheels on both of these, the Demon has 18 by 11s on it, and the tires are 315/40 WR18, which WR is kind of a racing spec for a wheel. A racing radius or radio or something like that. Now the wheels on the Trackhawk are 20 by 10s and they're 295/45 WR20s. Now they're both, forged aluminum. So I don't know really if the tires being a different size would make a big difference or not. I don't know. I don't think so. Now the curb weight. Yes, the curb weight on the Demon is 4,280 pounds. Now, the curb weight on the Trackhawk is 5,362. Yes, the Demon weighs 1,000 pounds. 1,000 pounds less than the Trackhawk. And I bet you say to yourself, why are we even having this comparison? I will let you know. Stick with me the whole thing. Now, one of the things is the tires. The tires on the Demon, which have a radius and speed, which makes the Demon electronically limited. The tires on the Demon makes them electronically limited to 168 miles an hour. Yes. Now, with the Trackhawk not having that limitations and the tires being just a regular, I don't want to say regular, but being a 295, 45 or whatever it is, makes it not have those limitations. So the Trackhawk can actually do 180. Yes. So that's where it comes in at. The Demon's only registered for 168, but the Trackhawk is registered for 180. Now, with all of that being said, if you was doing like a 0 to 60, now 0 to 60, yeah, the Demon in a 0 to 60 is 2.3 seconds. The Trackhawk and a 0 to 60 is 3.5 seconds, which, everybody know who would win that. Also, now the Demon in a quarter of a mile is 9.65 seconds. Okay, now a quarter of a mile for the Trackhawk is 11.1 seconds. So you see how the margin is kind of leveling out. You go from a 2.3, a 3.5 to a 9.65 to 11.7. So the further down the Demon and the Trackhawk gets, they're coming together. So my guesstimation is within a half a mile. If you got a half a mile track, the Trackhawk will take it. But anyway, so, no, not anyway, because that pretty much answers it. Yeah, in a half a mile, because I guess with the Demon stopping at 168 and the Trackhawk going to 180, yeah, the further it goes, of course, the Trackhawk's gonna win. Okay, now that's part of that. Now let's change it up a little bit. Now the Hellcat wide body, which has 305 3520s on it, let's take those off of the wide body, but we'll also have to remove the limiter. We'll have to remove the limiter in the Demon, and we'll have to change the settings around a little bit. But if we do that and put the tires from the Hellcat wide body, then, because the Hellcat wide body, it's like 707, 717, something like that, but it goes 195 miles an hour. So already just changing the tires, taking you up to 195 miles an hour, because the Trackhawk only goes 180, so that's 15 right there. And then I'm sure there's going to be some kind of a difference if you put those tires on the Hellcat and change, a little bit, the limiter and the settings. Then the Demon will probably get it up to more of 205 miles an hour, which would freaking, blow the Trackhawk away. But so I just found that pretty interesting. And I've seen a couple things on it. The Trackhawk against the Demon, and I was like, me being a car guy, I'm like, no, ain't no way. So I looked into it a little bit, and I found that amusing is what I did. And but amusing or not, if you put them on the highway and put them at a half a mile, the Trackhawk could get it, just because of the limitations of the Demon. And they pretty much did the limitations for, racing and stuff like that. The reason they done it, the reason it was built for. So, and something really interesting is that with the Demon having 808 horsepower and the Hellcat wide body only having like 307 or 317 or whatever, it can still outrun the Demon, because it's limited to go 195, and the Demon is only limited for 168. That's crazy. Learn something new every day. But appreciate you guys, hanging out with me. And if you made it to the end, please subscribe, share this video. This is a pretty good video. Share this video. And, if you didn't like it, hopefully somebody will like it. There's got to be more, than just myself as far as a car guy out there. Appreciate y'all watching, guys. And do me a favor. Be good to yourself, and please be good to others. All right. Thank you.